All right, welcome back to math. This is going to be part 2 of multiplying fractions and turning them into decimals. Okay, this is one long, scary looking problem. I hope you remember from previous lessons what the order of operations are. Do you remember what the order of operations are? I hope you're saying right now, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Which means parentheses, right? Then that means do exponents next. Then multiplication and division. Left to right. Remember? Left to right. And then we're going to do adding and subtracting left to right. Okay? Everybody remember?
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to erase this so we can do our problem. That's called our, what again? Order, everybody. Order of operations. Okay, so what are we going to start with first? We're going to start with parentheses. So let's do that. Remember from last time, what does the 7 stand for? 7 stands for 7 copies. So we have let me do that with something a little bit better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And what do I put on each copy? 1/10. Excellent. So I'm putting my 1/10 on each of the copies. And how many copies am I going to have at the end? How many do I have? Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
10.
So 7/10. So I'm going to erase that so I can 7/10. Okay, now I'm going to bring down my addition sign from here because I'm not doing that yet, am I? Because that's the Aunt Sally part, right? At the end. All right. What's the next thing we do? Well, we have 4 copies of 1/100ths, right? So, what's our fraction going to be? 4 hundredths. Good job. And then I'm going to bring down my addition sign. We don't call it plus anymore, remember? We want to sound like we're educated, so we're going to use the word addition. And then we have our last one. And what is our last one here? We have 8, what? 8 copies of 1/1000ths. So that would give us what number? What fraction? 8 over 1,000. All right. Now what do I do next? What am I going to do next, people? I'm going to do them my dear, right? So we're talking multiplication because that's the only signs we have here. Okay? Would it be okay if I erased this top part since we already have the answers for that?
Yes.
Can I erase that?
Yes.
And there's a reason why I'm going to erase it the way I'm erasing it, okay? Is because I'm trying to keep you from being confused, right? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Now, I don't want you to erase it on your homework. I just want you to see that we've done that part, so we're left with these fractions, right? And we haven't done the addition yet, so we're moving those down. And now, here's our problem, okay? So let's see if we can do this next. What's 7 times 10?
7 times 10
7 times 10 is
equals
70. Okay, and then let's do our other multiplication problem. 5 times 2, what's that? 10. Okay, now I just did these, right? So what do I have left? I have my addition signs. That's why I tell you to bring them down. Does that make sense? That's why I wanted to erase the problem so you could see we haven't done these yet, have we? Because we've done the dear and my, right? My dear aunt. Now we're going to go to Aunt Sally. Aunt Sally, right? Okay, so can someone help me? What do we start with? Do we start on this back side and go that way?
No.
No, what are we supposed to do?
Left to right.
Left to right, just like we read. Okay? So 70 plus 10 is what? 70 plus 10. It's 80. Okay, let me put that in boxes here, because I'm going to use the boxes now for something. Now I'm going to put my decimal point. Now, what goes here? What goes here?
10.
My tenths. How many tenths am I showing up here? Just one, right? So what's that number on the top? 7. So I put that there. Now what's this next place value? What's the place value of this one? Hundredths. Do we have any hundredths up here?
Yes.
Yes. How many?
4.
1. We have 1, and it's 4, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So we're moving our 4 down here. And then what's this part? What's this place value? Do we have any thousands up here?
Yes.
Yeah. And we're gonna put our 8 there, right? Does that make sense? Isn't that easy? That big long problem seemed really scary at first, didn't it?
Yes.
But once you just get started on what you know, right? So I taught you that we had 8 copies, right? We had 8 copies of 1/1000ths, right? Is that correct? Yeah. And so we did our problem and got our answer down here. So then once we put it into the place value, we're set to go. Now the only difference is, let's do another problem, okay? And I'm going to leave the 8/1000ths there, all right? And I'm going to erase these guys. And I'm going to put some different things up here. What if I have a 3 times 1,000? Okay. And then we have a 2 times 100. And we have a 7 times 1/100. And let's add in a 4 times 1/10. Okay, can we do that problem? Can we do it?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, what do we know? We know that the big number is what?
Copies.
Copies. So we have how many copies on this one? 4 copies of. So what's our answer going to be? It's going to be 4/10ths, right? And then what do I do next? I'll just drop down my addition sign, right? Is that correct? Okay. What do I do next? 7 copies of what? So how do I write that? 7/100ths. Right. Then what do I do? Bring down my addition sign. Okay. What do I do next? I have 2 copies of what?
1/10.
This is a what number on the bottom? That's 100. So, what's my answer? 2 times 1/100th. We have 2 copies of 1/100ths. Is 1, 2, 100th, 100th, and that equals
200.
200ths. Right? You guys get that? So what do I need to put down here? 200ths. Okay. I'm going to bring down my addition sign, right? Okay. All right. Now what's next?
3 times.
We have 3 copies of our 1 thousandths. So we have 3 thousandths, right? Bring down our addition sign. What else do we have?
8 times.
Ooh, we have 8 copies, right? And what's our answer? 8 thousandths, right? What do we still have to add some things together? Do we still have to add some things together?
Yes.
Yeah. We have to add what?
8 and 3.
The 8 and the 3. That's going to make what?
11.
11
1,000.
thousandths. Okay. Bring down this addition sign, right? What else do we have to add? The 7
Plus 2.
hundredths plus the 2 hundredths, and that's going to make 9 hundredths. And then bring down our addition sign, and then we have 4 tenths, right? All right. Can I put this in a place value chart?
Yes.
Yes. What would go in front of the decimal? What would go in front of the decimal?
0.
Yeah, we have a 0. Why? Because we have nothing but fractions. Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do the next part, shall we?
Yeah.
What's this space right here? What is this space?
4. I mean 10.
That space is a tenth. Do we see any tenths up here?
Yes.
What is it? 4. Put that right there. What's this space? What's this place value?
100.
Hundredths. Do we have any hundredths up there?
Yes.
How much?
1.
9. And, whoa. This is going to be weird, isn't it?
Yes.
49, and we're going to have to write this in a funky way, aren't we?
Yeah.
49, so we actually have, really, an 11 thousandths? That's kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or do we write it like this? 1 here and a 1 here.
Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah, we should. So we've just made a super small number. Because this equals 4,911 over 10 thousandths. Wow. That is 1 small pieces of whatever that is.
Pizza.
If that's pizza, they'll be so small we could never see the piece. All right, so that's how you do our fractions, turning them into decimals. Okay? All right, I love math.